first of all, what is this decision tree? So it is used in both for classification and regression. So it is mostly used in the classification. So maximum in classification, maximum this decision tree is used. Now, how this works? Now, if you consider the training data set, so we give the training data set to the algorithm, and this algorithm build a model depending on the training data set. And what this algorithm will do, it will build a model, right? So what that model consists of, that model is for classifier, and it's used for the classifier, right? So what is the meaning of that? If we give on this training data set, this model is built, and on this model some class labels are given. Now if we give the unlabeled data to this model which is built from this training data set, this will be useful to specify the class label for this unlabeled data set. So this is nothing but, and here, so this decision tree works as a classifier. So clear what is decision tree, where it is used, how it is used, for what purpose it is used, clear? So training data set, we give it to the algorithm will build a model for the classifier, and that model is nothing but the decision tree. And when we give the unlabeled data or the unlabeled example to this model classifier, this will classify, or this will give the class label to that unlabeled data, right? So obviously the decision tree is nothing but a classifier, a tree structure classifier. It has two different nodes, that is decision node and the leaf node. Decision node is also called as a test node, and leaf node also called as a classification node or the value. Now, decision node means what, or the test node means what? If you consider this tree which is built below, in this tree the employee credit score and the income, or we can say that the internal node of the tree, we called it as a decision node, where the decision is to be performed. For example, here if we consider the employee, which is the root node, here the decision is performed as yes or no, whether it is an employee or not. So the answer will be in the form of yes or no. Same. If we consider the next node, that is credit score, it is also divided into two parts: credit score low or high. This is nothing but this example decision tree is of for the loan department. So clear what is the decision node? So internal node of the tree, we called it as a decision node, where the decision is performed whether that belongs to this or this. That's why it is called as a decision. Next is the leaf node. Leaf node means the below, or the child node we can consider as a leaf node, which is used for the classification or the value. What is the meaning of that? What will be the class we have to give to that particular data, that is nothing but given over here. So for example, if the employee is no but the credit score is high, we can approve the credit, approve the loan, or reject the loan likewise. So approve, reject, these are the classes given to that particular data, right? So this is called as a leaf node, or the classification node, or the value. So test is performed on the feature, attribute, or the value. For example, this decision tree is nothing but the attribute of your training data set. So if you consider this is the training data set which we have converted into the decision tree. So this is the training data set where three attributes are mentioned in this training data set: employee, credit score, and the income, right? So now this training data set is given as the input to this decision tree or the root. This data set is given as to the root node. This whole data set is given to the root node of the tree. So where it has to be classified. Now, if we consider here, the first attribute is the employee. So employee we consider as the two parts we have divided into, that is some employee are employee and some are not the employee, right? So this is divided into two parts, that is yes and no. So S we consider as a D1 data set, and no we consider as a D2 data set. So that's why we have divided into two parts, that is yes and no. So yes, we can given the income, and for no we have given the credit score. Right. Now, further it is divided into credit score is also, if we consider that it is also divided into two parts, suppose high and low. So high and low, same income is also divided into high and low. So likewise, the decision tree is built from the training data set. So this is the decision tree built on the loan training data set, where we can identify so to whom we can give the loan. For example, if we consider the employee is yes, but the credit score is low. The person is an employee, but his credit score is low. If you consider employee is uh, employee is yes, but the income is low, if we consider, right? So employee is yes and income is low, we can the loan is rejected, right? If we consider the second example, that the employee is no, but the credit score is high. Employee no, but credit score high, we can approve the loan. So likewise, we can give the labels to the unlabeled data, which is uh, here from this training data set, this decision tree is built, and this decision tree we can use for the testing purpose. For example, if we taken the unlabeled data set, for example, the एक employee है जिसकी income low है, so what whether his loan is approved or not, that we have to identify. So when we give it to the this decision tree, so employee yes hai, and but the income is low, so whether it is uh, approved or rejected, so loan is rejected. So likewise, so clear the idea of the decision tree, basic idea of decision tree, what is decision tree, how it is built, where it is useful. So it is useful in classification and regression that we already saw. So clear about this. Now we will move towards further, that is tree bus learning algorithm are considered to be the best mostly used supervised learning method. So tree based method empower a predictive model with the high accuracy, stability, and use of interpretation. So tree based model is nothing but the linear model. They can map with the non-linear relationship quite well. They are adaptable at solving any kind of problem of the classification or the regression. So there are various methods for solving this, that is decision tree, random forest, gradient boostings are popularly used in data science problems. So decision tree is nothing but the type of supervised learning algorithm that is mostly used for the classification. And this decision tree works on both type of data, that is the categorical and the continuous data. In this technique, we split the population of the sample into two or more homogeneous sets or subpopulations based on the most significant splitter, right? So here the population is divided into the most significant splitter into two or more splits. Now, if we consider the next example, suppose let's say we have a sample of 30 students with their variables as gender with boy and girl, class as 4th and 5th, and height as 5 to 6 feet. So 15 out of these 30 play cricket in leisure time. Now I want to create a model to predict who play a cricket during leisure period. So in this problem, we need to segregate students who play cricket in their leisure time based on the high significant input variable among all. So here we have to first develop the decision tree depending on this training data set. Then we will use this question for the testing purpose. So while dividing that into the trees, while building the decision tree based on the gender, height, and the class. So here we have um, here we have built a tree based on the gender, the height, and the class. So here the percentage is also calculated. The when we split it according to the gender, the students came as uh, female and male. Right, gender means female and male. So here the percentage is calculated who played the cricket most. So according to this, we can find out the answer for this our question, that is uh, I want to create a model to predict who will play cricket during leisure period. In this problem, we need to during leisure period, right? So here, if you consider who will play the cricket during leisure period, means the off period. So see here, whose play cricket score is high, that they will play the cricket mostly, right? So types of decision tree is based on the type of target variable we have. It can be of two types, categorical and continuous variable. So categorical means decision tree which has the categorical data variable, they called as the categorical variable. For example, in the above scenario of the student problem where the target variable was student will play cricket or not. That is yes or no. Continuous variable decision tree means what? The decision tree has continuous target variable, then it is called continuous variable decision tree. For example, let's say we have a problem to predict whether a customer will pay his renewal premium with an insurance company. Yes or no? Here we know that the income of the customer is a significant variable, but the insurance company does not have income details for all customers. Now, as we know this is an important variable, then we can build a decision tree to predict customer income based on the occupation, product, and various other variables. In this case, we are predicting values for continuous variables. So this is the basic terminology which is used in the decision tree: root node, splitting node, decision node, leaf node, that we have already saw. So root node is the splitting node, and the decision node, the internal node of the tree, we called it as a uh, decision node, right? So what are the advantages of this decision tree? So it's easy to understand. Decision tree output is very easy to understand even for the people from the non-analytical background. Useful in data exploration, that is it will provide the fastest way to identify the most significant variable and the relationship between the two variables. Then less data cleaning required. Uh, uh, Here the less data cleaning required as compared to the different modeling techniques. Some data is not constrained, means what? It can handle both the numerical and categorical variables. Non-parametric method, because decision tree have no assumption about the space distribution and the classifier structure. Disadvantages: overfitting. This is most practical difficulty for decision tree model. This problem can be solved by setting constraints on model parameters and pruning techniques. Not fit for continuous variable. By working with continuous numeric variable, decision tree loses information when it categorizes variables in different categories. So this we already saw how